continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 51. Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight. Under crush.
They'll run on first down. Norwood. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down now, Norwood. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. 25 yards that time. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
3 bucks.
On second down, here's Smith. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Right there.
2nd and 9 now. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go. Give me 2 jet bombers. Hey. We got 3.
A 1st down carry for Smith. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's go.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't doing nothing today.
2nd and 5. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Smith, and they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he tugged this one badly. Badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we continue on at Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be taken very short, and they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
58's the mic, 58. 58's the mic.
Yeah. He don't want none.
They begin with a run by Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
80 weapon. Fire.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and now it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Smith, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd medium winds up being a good one.
Watch the back. Hey, orbit. Yo, snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got Smith here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Smith. He can't get him down. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal.
Bailey's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The Saints take over.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 51's the mic. Check. Rush in.
On first down, Norwood uses the stiff arm, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he gives this time to the tailback. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans. Leonard Fournette, 58 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You ready? Go 58 to the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DJ Moore, 62 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14, Giants 3. Adam Vinatieri set to kick.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked, down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
58, right over there.
5.
They'll look to throw.
Let's go, G, let's go.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll run on first down. Smith. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you now.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Man out, man out, man out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Saints 14, Giants 3.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shift. We're going to 54. Why? Check 26. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
You got it.
Now Prescott. He's going to look deep for more. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Get this. Check 31, check 31. Why, get wide.
On second down, Norwood. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Single. Check it backer.
On third down, it's Prescott. It's caught, Shepard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I will hear about that from him soon.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Watch.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On third down, Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Hustle. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Jordan Reed has it. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Kill. Echo. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Final play of the half. Prescott looking for Shepard deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
All day, baby, all day.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, it's Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the 2nd half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball. Right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Smith. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down at the 28.
Here we go. 18, Gator. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Reed. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
But it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Shift.
Safe. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
51. Wild Bill. We're going to 54.
51, Mike 51.
It's just 26.
On second and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
You draw corkers. Hit it.
Again, it's Smith. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. It's caught, Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
58 right there. Too little, cupcake. Hey,
Pilot, 64, weak. Shoot.
On first down, it's Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
Pull it high. Fire.
They keep it with Smith on first down. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Get it.
They'll drop the throw. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
25, check 25.
They'll run on first down. Norwood evades the tackler, and now some space. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Smith. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
50, plant.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team out.
2nd and 13. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I don't even know why this team
Go. Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Norwood.
Back.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
22 jet bomber. 5.
They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, here we go. Oh, out.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Giants take over.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now with Smith. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Back to throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 51's the mic. You.
On 3rd down, Norwood. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.